Yo, what's up, boxing family? This is the Slip Encounter Podcast. We're here at the Kenichi Bed Studios. I'm your boy BINK, and this is your boy GOLDENBOY.
My brother.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. You know, it's always good when I'm in here with y'all, with my people, man.
Indeed.
Shout out Miss K.
Shout out Miss K. Shout out Kenichi. We here in the Kenichi Bed Studios. And again, this is a beautiful setup. I'm still amazed at how well they did with this beautiful room, man. Like, damn, this joint is crazy.
All for our little asses. Right.
Was that?
All for our little asses.
All for us, man. Like, for real, this is crazy, man. I feel like an actual celebrity. And nah, for real, because we get so much compliments on the studio. That's what I get complimented on the most. Is like, y'all studio is dope as hell. I'm like, it ain't me.
Mom, when he walked in, he was like, oh, shucks.
Right, like, yo, this joint tough. Like, I want to come through here. So big credit to Kenichi Bed Studios, man. They did their damn thing. And before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to my boy Christian Veneno Arturo. He was in a tough fight last weekend in I think it was Connecticut, and he won the fight but got robbed. And he's currently appealing the fight, trying to get the decision. That it's gonna be an uphill battle, but he's trying to get it overruled, the fight. But I just want to give him a quick shout out because he fought his heart out. He a passionate fighter. He trains hard. He don't cut no corners in the gym. He does everything the right way. But he didn't get the decision. So I'm wearing his shirt. I'm wearing his merch right now. I want to give a shout out to my boy Christian, man. If you're watching, much love to you, brother, and keep doing your thing. Don't quit. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. I know you got something to say.
You started me early with this.
Go ahead.
Got the kid, get everything he had, fought his heart out, and then got gypped.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to appeal.
Mm-hmm. No,
just
I think
for
he
that.
Is.
Oh, he is appealing?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, they gonna remember that.
Yeah.
So now I hate to say he putting even more pressure on this. So like, man, I gotta make sure I do this, try to really beat on these guys, drop them, or whatever. Cause now they gonna remember that.
No, for sure. But
they don't like that type of stuff.
What I don't know if you've seen the fight or if you get a chance to go check some of the fight out. I watched some of the fight. It was a close fight, but you could tell that in those exchanges, he was getting the better of every exchange. He was landing more punches, all of that. He was the more busy, active fighter. He hurt him multiple times. It was clear who won the fight, unanimous, but they gave it to the other guy. It was his hometown. He was the visiting fighter, the B side, and they gave it to him. So
was the kid from there?
Yeah. It's just one of them things, man. But he don't deserve to lose because he do be trained. He trains his ass off. He don't cut no corner. He from New York.
They don't care.
I know they don't care, but as you know, as an advocate for the fighters, man, I hate seeing shit like that. Because I know you know a lot of guys that do cut corners in the gym that prioritize vacations and prioritize Instagram posts and shit before the work in the gym. He ain't one of those guys. He's one of those guys that leaves it all in the gym, puts everything into the gym to perform on fight night, and then to go in there and get robbed. It's something I would be emotional too. I'd be upset too. I'd try to explore every avenue to, you know.
It ain't gonna matter, man. That's just how it be. So that mean I can't say nothing else on it. Just that's how it be.
Boxing, huh?
And
sport of boxing.
Man, if I never forget, a long time ago I heard my father say, if they turn around one appeal, then that opens the door for every other one.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna say, okay, Tommy Hearns against Ray, the second fight, that gotta be overturned. Okay, Barrera against Morales, the first fight, that should be overturned. It's just trickles down now.
I feel you. That's accurate. That's definitely accurate. You open up the gate of hell when you do that. Now you gotta go revisit everything. Then all the upcoming fights too. It just opens up a gate of hell. It's the same thing with the judges with these bogus ass scorecards. Like they just get a slap on the wrist.
Oh, they suspended, but then they go back to doing small cards, still getting paid, go up, back up. When it's out of sight, out of mind, they go back up to the big card.
Yeah.
I've been going on forever, man.
No, for sure. But hey, we got a fight this weekend. Pretty interesting fight, Richard Comey versus Jose Zepeda.
Oh my God.
That's an interesting fight. Go ahead, I'll let you go first.
Oh, that might be a war.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Comey, if he ain't got too much wear and tear, should be able to. He might have more dynamics to him to get Jose. I'm not sure though. That boy been in some wars, man.
Both of them.
Dang, that's a tough one. Damn.
You think about it a little bit. You ain't got right. I mean, I've thought about it, but not hard to really make a pick in that fight. I just know it's a fight I'm not gonna miss. I want to see that one.
Oh my God, they're gonna go to war. That's gonna be a war, bro. I mean, a lot of them fighters, like Comey, like Zepeda, you gotta worry about them. Cause they ain't those tough fight. I had heard about Richard Comey, but I had never seen him fight until he fought Bunny. And we remember how that fight went. Them back and forth. And some people say they would have gave the fight to Comey if it was in his hometown.
Yeah.
And it was in Ohio for Bunny.
Right.
You know, so I don't know how it's gonna go, but I think that Richard Comey could pull out more boxing skills than Jose. Jose can crack, man.
Ooh-wee. What his last fight was when he fought Jose what's his name? Josue Vargas. That was his last fight, right?
Yeah, that's how, you know, it's Puerto Rican. You gotta be Josue.
I got a cousin named Josue. He Puerto Rican. Yeah, I be forgetting Josue Vargas. Yeah, that was his last fight, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, man. Oh my God, you know how high I am on them kids.
That was the perfectly placed shot. I mean, shit, that was a perfect punch.
This is my thing.
I couldn't really get a good gauge on I've seen Zepeda fight before, but with his performance against Vargas, it was hard to get like a good gauge because it didn't last that long. He didn't get a chance to open up and show the tools in his toolbox.
I gave you a good gauge. I mean,
Perfect
of course,
shot. It was a perfect shot.
Just the perfect shot, the way he set it up. Because when you're dealing with somebody like Josue, I got a guy who fight similar to Josue, except for Josue was a little bit more wiggly around the hips when he on the inside moving. But he fights similar to a guy I know through the amateurs, through the pros, named Ronaldo Gaines. Ronaldo boxed the exact same way, where you have to make a commitment to yourself that I know he's fast. Okay, watch for the counter. He's gonna go this way. He's gonna pull, and you know how they still show that highlight, 5-second, 8-second highlight of Josue on ESPN where he boom, boom, slip, boom, boom, slip, boom. Like, oh man, well, that joke was pretty.
He was in and out, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, and remember the only problem we ever had out of Josue is that he don't punch through his target. Just like Nardo. Like Nardo could crack, but Nardo never really punched through his target. And man, when you fight guys like that, you have to make a commitment because it takes balls to really be a counterpuncher. Because you're saying to yourself, I know, like when it's speed versus speed, or you know you slow against them. And like for instance, I've always been the one with more speed, but I've been there with guys who can hit, and I gotta know that sometimes I gotta get the last of this combination. So I have to stay there for these last 3 shots. And you gotta know that when they hit you in the wrist is hard. Right. So Josue has to think that. Then Jose Zepeda has to think, all right, this guy's fast. He's known to slide out. He's very slippery. Okay, just got to try to time it. I notice he keeps coming and rocking, and he's still doing it this fight. Okay, come on. All right, because you see, he missed it the first time. Got it on the second try. He's like, oh, come on. Right. There it is. Bang, and it was over. And I mean, you can see, right? And he was completely hurt. He was ruined. I don't want to say ruined, because I really hope this kid be okay, man.
Right, that jab, he set it up with the jab perfect. Yep. He was looking to counter off his jab.
Yes, and you see, what did Josue do? He planted his back foot, let the jab touch him just enough to get distance, know what it, and rock off, and then boom, hit him. And
that was perfect. That's beautiful. That's a perfect shot.
Look at that. Oh my God. Yeah, man, you dream of shots like that. And then he never fully recovered. And my thing is, those extras out. Jose Zepeda is a good finisher. Yeah. So both of these guys are good finishers. So Jose and Richard, it's all who gonna get caught first, who gonna get. The fight's not over till it's really over.
No, for sure. Yeah, I definitely agree. He definitely set that shot up beautifully with the jab.
Jesus. Oh my God.
With the jab, and he was already when he stuck his jab out there, he was already throwing the brick behind it. It was perfect, beautiful shot. Now, when we look at Richard Comey in his last fight, I forget the name of the guy he fought last, but I'm pretty sure he knocked him out too, right?
I know he fought Phoenix. He stopped Phoenix. I forgot his other last fight, but I remember he stopped Phoenix. And he looked good because Phoenix can box. Phoenix beat the mess out of Rolly and they robbed him. I mean, beat the mess out of Rolly.
Right.
And they gave the fight to Rolly. Everybody was like, well, it is on a Mayweather card.
I mean, you gotta.
And some jock rider on the comments said, what, Floyd got something to do with that? Floyd, because he's promoting me, he got something to do with this judge. Bruh, like...
Remember Ed Lover?
Bruh.
Come on, son. Come on, son.
I didn't even reply. I ain't say nothing. Because those situations where you already know you ain't winning it. They gotta be right. You ain't winning it. So I ain't saying nothing. I was like, all right, bro. All right, man. You got it. And I don't know, man, but that's gonna be a war. That's definitely gonna be a really tough war. You know, so because if I remember right, yeah, it was Phoenix, wasn't it?
Jackson Marinas.
Oh, he fought Phoenix and then he fought Lomachenko. So this is his first comeback fight since that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
He definitely got some good rings.
Man,
Raimundo, what? He beat He got some good wins.
You got a resume, that's for sure.
He lost to Robert Easter. That was a good fight though. Yeah, the boy definitely got a resume. But
how much do both of these guys got left?
Yeah, because they both been in a lot of wars, man. This is gonna be a great fight, man.
But we don't even know how many gym wars they done been in.
That too.
That's the unseen thing. That's the untold thing that people don't understand is that you can have we was just talking, shout out Coach Lulu. We were in there talking yesterday about old fighters, and I was talking about Kevin Kelly. I love watching Kevin Kelly. And Kevin Kelly, he was talking about the Hamed fight, and he said the same thing I said. What if two of those previous wars that were on TV wasn't seen? Or what if some of them gym wars didn't happen? He may have had more left for Hamed. And that's the part you don't see. That's what contributes to guys getting old in one round. All of a sudden, they don't respond well to certain shots, or they don't like they used to, and things like that. That's what triggers that type of stuff.
Right.
You know, so it's just.
Let me ask you this though. This is gonna kind of go towards Lomachenko. Because his last fight was Lomachenko, and we seen how hurt Lomachenko had him.
Oh my goodness!
Can Lomachenko really crack like that, or he just placing his shots perfect?
I think he's placing them perfectly,
his shots right on the button.
Because he's in a bigger weight class, and he's admitted that multiple times.
Because Comey known to have a chin, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
a pretty decent chin. I mean, shit. Teofimo hit him with a beautiful shot, and he almost got up from. Well, he did get up from it.
When I look at Lomachenko, I think a death of 1,000 cuts because it's not. He ain't cracking like, for instance, the Rocky Martinez knockout. The uppercut hook, he was out before he hit the floor, that type of stuff. But you could see he's hitting guys with shots and breaking them down. Because what makes the shot worse when you get hit to the body is when you're not already safe and protected. Yeah. When you already given up and committed to a shot, and you've already opened up and through that and let that breath. And when you throw it, now everything, even if you do it right now, if you tap your ribs or whatever, and then you tap it down when you like this, it don't feel the same. Then when you do this and tap it, you feel like, oh my, I feel like a tenderness a little bit. Yes, you'll feel that. When you get hit, that's why, and then if you getting multiple of those shots, boom, 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 and it's just slowly breaking you down. It ruined it. He was. Oh my God, that fight should have been stopped.
Which one? Against Loma?
Should have been stopped, son.
I mean, Loma was looking at the corner like, get your man. I don't want to hurt him no more.
He's gonna fight to the death.
Right. I don't want to hurt this guy no more. He's done.
I mean, I remember my mother did this remember when Richard was backing up and then his leg went out and he was dragging it. My mother said, "Oh my God, okay, this should have been stopped. This should have been stopped. Right. Let him go out with some pride, because you already tipping your hat to him because he didn't look for a way out.
Right.
He didn't look for a silent agreement. He didn't do that. So with Cepeda, you're dealing with the same type of guy And when you see guys like that, if I'm Richard Coleman, I'm telling them, man, look, man, we got a way better boxing ability than him.
Got a box.
We don't got to bang. And now when I tell you to sit there for a little while, we're going to do it. But we're not going to stay there. We're going in and out. All right? And this is how we're going to do this. Boom, and whatever. But, yeah, man, Yeah, man, it's
that was bad. And like that's the kind of damage that don't just last for a little bit. When you drag and your body goes limp like that, that's like almost permanent damage. That lasts for a long time. I'm looking at the guys on his resume, on Pedraza's resume, like Ivan Baranchyk. When he was in that war that was like fight of the year a couple years ago. He ain't been the same since that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that kind of damage. So I'm looking at it like if Richard gets touched after taking the Teofimo knockout, after being punished by Lomachenko.
The war with Bunny.
It's like, how much of that left do he got to give? You know, can he?
He don't know. He gonna go for it. I don't think he's that type of fighter that will think of that to himself.
Oh, he's definitely not thinking about that.
Some fighters, they will have enough sense to think like, all right, you know, I really try to preserve my body. A little more was in this.
He definitely not thinking about that.
Where the miles is. This is a guy of, okay, let's go fight.
He about to go fight. But shit.
Let's go fight.
It's like, I want to be on my phone, but my phone about to die. No matter how much I want to be on it, when that joint die, I can't be on it. You know what I'm saying?
What the hell?
You know what I'm saying, though?
What the hell?
I think it's a good analogy.
That was not a good analogy.
It was good. If your phone on 5%, but you got 30% in your mind of work you want to do, how the hell you gonna do it on 5%?
That's the analogy you want to do. That's what
so you're gonna have to budget your time.
That's the analogy you came up with.
That's the analogy I came up with. I'm standing on it too.
All right.
So I'm looking at Zepeda's resume right now. Phenomenal resume. Phenomenal.
No, let's close this out because I think I got a topic I want to discuss.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find his, because he was knocked out once.
Retired. Who's that? His third fight?
Yes.
That's third pro. Oh no. Keep going.
Yeah,
yeah, the ad was right there. Okay.
Yeah, more. We got 35 fights.
Yeah. I think he's 35-2, and Richard is like 30-4.
30-4, yep. Yeah, so I'm looking at this resume, man.
Tough fights, man. Some of them knockouts he got were back and forth knockouts.
Back and forth fights, exactly.
Man,
he been through a lot, but shit. So you going with Comey in this fight?
If he box, yeah.
If he boxes?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna rock with Zepeda, man. I love Richard. I'm picking Zepeda in this fight, man.
Jackass.
I can't always agree with you, man. And he a southpaw. And Zepeda southpaw. We can't always agree. Skip Bayless and Shayna Sharp they don't never agree.
Why honestly. I don't give a shit about no damn Skip Bayless.
Skip.
Oh my God.
Man, shout out Uncle Shay, man. Shout out Uncle Shay Sharp, bro. Keep doing your thing.
I cannot.
You don't like Shannon?
No. Skip Bayless.
Oh, I'm about to say
boxing. I can't
Uncle Shay is the truth.
Dog. I cannot stand it. I hate hearing that dude talk boxing.
Him and Stephen A.
And he says it. They both say it with so much conviction.
Right.
Like they really know this. Or
that's
whatever.
why y'all need to stop playing to put us on ESPN.
Man.
Stop playing. Slip the counter.
They don't even give Max as much play as he's supposed to be getting.
He get Fridays and that's it.
Man, anywho, let's talk about two particular fights. Remember we talked about this about a month ago. I want to say about 2 weeks ago. We said we was going to come back to this. Josue and Gabriel. It just clicked because watching the highlight clip of when Josue got hurt, and then to see what just happened to Josue recently, and then what just happened to Gabriel Flores. You know who them two kind of remind me of a little bit? Especially Gabriel Flores. He really reminds me of this kid I'm about to mention. This name gonna go over some people's heads. Francisco Panchito Bajado. That boy was the next superstar. And he could fight. I mean, no. He could really fight.
Right.
But he was moved up way too fast. I mean, this kid could fight, man. I mean, he knew. Oh my God. Look, matter of fact, I'm gonna go home and watch some of his old fights.
You think Gabe and him was moved up too fast? I don't think.
Just a tad bit. But the difference, I still haven't talked to too many people about Panchito, about some of the stuff that was going on back then. But he was willing to train, willing to work, things like that. But the things that I hear about Gabriel is, he trains, but a little bit. I said, you sure you're not just talking about he's confident? And he was like, nah, it's borderline arrogant.
I was about to say that, but I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
And they was like, he's borderline arrogant. And people felt the same way about Josue. About as Josue started to get to 17-0, whatever, he started to become more arrogant. And then the things he did to Jose Cepeda and the build-up, which was unnecessary. And some people think, I had some fighters tell me that was a karma left hand. That was a karma left hand that he took. Right hand that he took. Josue when he got clipped. And then you look at Gabriel, the losses he done took were sustained beatings. And this is a kid. Like, he's a grown man to American standards.
22
but this
years
is
old.
a kid.
He's still a kid.
He's still a
22 years old.
kid.
When I was 22, I was a fucking kid. I was nothing grown about me at the age of 22.
Slim, like, I never forget, I've heard people say you're not really grown till you 26, 27. And I learned in medical school, like, sometimes your brain ain't done developing until you 26, 27, 28. Sometimes that we know of.
That we know. Mine just finished growing a couple weeks ago when I turned 30. So shout out to me for finally maturing up. I'm being dead serious, by the way.
He's dead ass. That's why I'm chuckling, because I know what he's talking about. But that last fight, when he got, oh my man, Gable took a licking, man.
He took a licking.
Like, Josue got hit, but I don't know which one is worse, because Josue got hit, and every time they did. No, I don't want to jump back and forth, so we're gonna just start with Josue.
Who's on Gabe?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Josue, and then I'm gonna go to Gabe.
All right, go ahead.
Josue got hit, and he was hurt, but did not, even in his second loss, did not take a knee. Did not take a knee. And then don't know how to clinch. And somebody asked me, and I gave them my honest opinion. I said, that means that it wasn't taught. It means that they were so high on his skills that they not even thinking that that's going to ever happen.
He could ever possibly be hurt because he's so slippery.
They not having them conversations. Like, I done seen my father had that conversation with. I done seen Panama. My boy Panama, shout out to Panama, when I had conversations with us in it, where like he used to make a spin around and then send one of our teammates at it. They ain't throwing bricks, but they gonna, if you get touched too many times, stop. You gonna say, you just got stopped or whatever. Right. But he will make you spin around for 10 seconds and all that and come back to it. And my father would sit there and have that conversation with you. Look, man, if you get hurt, look for me. But if you can't look for me, just take your time, take the 8, see if your leg, don't get up too fast, because your legs might not be there yet. Your head may be clear, but your legs may be gone. And, they didn't teach that. They wasn't trying to tell him, this is what you do if you get hurt, okay? This is what because he so slippery and so nice or whatever, that they like, man, we don't even think like that. Or clinching, we don't think about that. And that has been a detriment. And
that plus the arrogance you spoke of.
Yeah, and I ain't hear too much more about it, like in depth, but that was the most that I did hear about it. Like, right around that time, going until he started to really smell itself.
Right, no, for sure. How I feel about it, I feel like there's a fine line between arrogance and confidence.
Yep.
And I feel like they straddled it, but recently they've been over
teetering. They way past teetering.
They've been way on the other side with the arrogance. But when I look at Gabe and his last couple performances, it's like he's almost uncoachable, because he's getting directions in the corner and then going out in the fight and not doing nothing he's being coached to do. Like, here's, Dad, you gotta stick with the jab. Fight off the jab. And he's going out there and not doing none he's being coached to do. So is he coachable, or is he going out there and saying, I'm a fighter, I'm gonna go out there and bang it out and do it on my own? And then when I look at Josue, it's the arrogance, not taking Cepeda seriously. Went in there
Oh, this dude slow as molasses,
he's slow. He can't catch me.
He can't catch me, bro.
You see my highlight on ESPN of me slipping 12 punches and then countering? He can't touch me. And then getting there and got caught sticking out that lazy jab. Arrogance, man.
In the pocket with it, though. Wasn't like he was an inch away, with distance. This man was in his face.
Right. That's that fine line. Am I being arrogant or am I being confident?
Oh, my goodness. Now, to Gabe, this one probably hurts worse to talk about because he took too
much punishment.
Sustained. I can't even find a kosher way to say this, man. Ass whooping. There's no other way to say. He took a lot of punishment, man.
But didn't have to. Because he can fight.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So it's like, what are you doing, yo? Why are you letting yourself get hurt like that? And now I'm questioning his chin. Is his chin really like that?
Remember, he's still a baby, so his body, he probably ain't fully. He's not even fully got into his man body yet either. But this is the thing: the shots that he getting hit with, he's not. I haven't really seen him develop into a solid pro. Because some of these losses were fighters that he's not supposed to lose to.
The last one,
but
exactly.
He's supposed to. The guy's name supposed to look good on your resume, and he has a good record. But you're supposed to outskill him. You're probably not gonna knock this kid out. You're gonna probably outskill him, have some flurries in between, and then you close the show. And the thing was, I think that other kid was trained by Freddie Roach that night.
Giovanni Cabrera.
He's trained by Freddie Roach. And I'm pretty sure Freddie told him, man, make sure everything got something, man. Make sure he feel you immediately. Don't let him get comfortable, especially with a guy like Gabriel Flores. Do not let him get comfortable. And when these shots that he's been hit with these last two fights, I don't think he ever really fully recovered. And Gabriel's getting hit, and there's no real adjustment to where, all right, let me go and take. All right, look, we're gonna do this. Even I hear what you're saying about he hurt his coaches, but the coaches ain't really tell him nothing. For real, in my opinion, they ain't really tell him nothing. You gotta
go back and listen. I could have sworn his dad was giving him like good instruction in the corner.
Like, I mean, I might be wrong, but I know certain things, like he didn't tell him like, okay, look, man, let's relax, take this next round off. But work on the jab, keep this guy turning, all right? Then we're gonna start changing this fight. All right, let's start doing this. And he's not even trying to adjust. And then it seems like he hasn't his skills haven't even evolved to changing his look a little bit to where any program be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna clip him. Because it's gonna be the same.
He sequences. Does fight pretty squared up.
Like it's the same sequence each time with him. And then, just like Josue, Gabriel goes into the next fight shortly after and gets hurt again. And it's like, when Josue did it, he really messed this up because I don't think he fully recovered. He came back and fought an 8-rounder, I think. Then the fight after that, he fought a 10-round. That's when he got stopped again. And the kid wasn't even supposed to lay a hand on him. That kid that he was supposed to fight. And once again, you got to think how much damage was done through the first knockout. And it's like, okay, now you're throwing him back in there and he now hurt again.
Right.
And now it's like, okay, this ain't good. This kid's taking a lot of punishment, man. And that junk could be permanent when you don't rest properly after these type of fights.
Right.
And Josue, you got to wonder, is it really going to be permanent? Because now this kid, of course, that kid that he fought was strong, but as soon as he touched him, Josue wasn't right. As soon as he touched him.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Like, as soon as he touched him, he wasn't right. And he still didn't just take a knee and throw the round away. Just throw the round away. Take the knee, get yourself together. Then go ahead and start, man. So, man, make this kid run into a pole. Boom. And then all of a sudden just keep it covered and then start stepping around him. Make sure everything is here. Stay out there. Stay out there. All right, now we weathered the storm. We got this kid back, slowed down. All right, cool. And Gabriel, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go back and watch the fights over with. But the point being about this topic is, it's so much that goes into Remember what Damon said last week? Shout out to Damon Nicholson, man. That
Big
show he
shout out.
gave, man. Oh my
The
goodness.
best at it, Demon Nicholson.
Man, y'all
Shout out to my
go
brother,
look
dog.
at them. Go watch that interview, man.
That's a special man right there, dog. Very special gentleman. So make sure y'all check him out.
Yes, indeed. And for him, remember what Damon said, how open he was about the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta wonder how much is that bubble is Josue in, is Gabriel in.
Shit, Berlanga in them too. Put him in the same category. Too.
Yeah, I could fall into that category too. Cause both, remember, they like this.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty Boy Pablo, Edgar, Josue, and Gabriel's down south with Jay Prince. But they like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a cap's been put on their development almost.
Right.
I don't know, man. But y'all gotta understand, man. These fighters is different once you get to a certain level, and you gotta be able to adjust. And you gotta be able to know that the arrogance gotta sit back, because you're already taking years off your life doing this sport as it is. But doing this sport, you after those type of wars, like I know coaches who would have said, we taking 8 months off.
Right.
We taking 9 months, 10 months off. Matter of fact, I don't want you thinking about ball. I don't want you running. I don't want you doing a damn thing for another month. Then when we come to the gym, we're going to shadow box. We ain't doing nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to work on this or whatever. We're going to do this, do that, and let you recuperate. I need you to fully recuperate. Like, remember what happened with Tim Bradley against Ruslan Provodnikov? How punchy he was after that?
Right.
And his wife caught on to it. They start having him do them brain exercises, have him rest. Don't think about it. Don't shadow box. Don't go running. Nothing. And then slowly build him back up, and then let his brain recover. That junk is real. I remember I got dropped. It was a flash knockdown. It was in between exchange. Boom, I go down. This is one of the other time was a pro. That was the only, I was a kid. All my years of boxing, I've only been dropped twice. The other time was a pro. And I was like 19 to the body. Caught me pivoting out. But it was a flash. I go down. Get up. What happened next happened. But afterwards, I said, Dad, I don't know what I got caught with. My father, we in the truck, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He looked at me and laughed. He said, don't worry about it, man. Just go home. Don't go to sleep until I tell you to, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I said, but Dad, I'm tired. 11 o'clock come, like 11 o'clock, almost 11:30. He go, yeah, all right, how you feeling? I said, I'm good. He said, all right, go ahead, get some rest, man. Soon as I wake up the next morning, it clicked like, sweep hook. Mother. And I go grab the phone. I go, Dad. He said, oh, what's up? I said, yeah, it was a sweep hook. He started chuckling. He was like, and I heard other coaches say, like, yeah, man, your brain needs time to rest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and because if you go back into this too soon, and that was just it was a long sparring session. It was a long session that we were in when this happened. Mm-hmm. But we wasn't back-to-back throwing this. Now you got to think 8-ounce gloves, no headgear, and you're going 10 rounds, 12, or you're getting caught viciously and then followed up while still not fully there with 5, 6 more clean. I mean, it ain't just boom, boom, boom. I always know, like, when you see a guy here go like this, that's nothing. But when you see a guy head and he do this, like it's a rag doll, that's when you, oh no. That's when his brain is banging around his skull like a click-clack. Straight up. And like the first time I ever seen that, like I did it to somebody, it scared. I was like, cause I saw his eyes on the back of his head. It's like, oh my. And some guys will still be going. They eye roll on the back of their head and they snap out of it. Like guys who be fighting and they be like, I don't remember nothing after the 3rd round. Or they'll go home, go to sleep, wake up. They say, I don't remember nothing past the 7th because they brain recuperated a little bit, but they don't remember nothing past the 7th. it's a lot towards arrogance, confidence, then skill sets and recovery when you think about them to Josue Vargas and Gabriel and Flores with what has happened to them the last 2-3 fights. And it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate because them boys could be bad.
It's unfortunate as hell. It's unfortunate as hell what, the last couple performances, but with them being so young, there's still enough time for them to salvage their careers and make the most and make the best out of it. I think they'll take those losses and take those experiences as learning experiences, learning curves.
With their ego?
Hopefully, I mean, like you said, men don't mature until what, 27? But hopefully at the level they at, maybe they mature a little bit earlier. They have to. And I also think a big part, I wanted to ask you, I think a big part, especially now in today's era, man, when you look at both of them in like their social media presences and the star power that's given, the star power that's given way too early without really earning it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you feeling like you a little bit more and have accomplished more than what you actually have. And you start living a lifestyle and giving yourself more than what you are doing.
No, that's deep with me.
You know what I'm saying?
You know how deep that topic
I know,
goes
but when I think about them two, I mean, I'm thinking like, I watch their posts and, I follow them a little bit. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I feel you like you nice, but you haven't really done it yet to be living like you living. You know what I'm saying?
So did they get too much too soon?
Too much too soon.
That's what you asking me?
That's how I feel. Do you agree? Do you agree?
Yes, 100%. 100%, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how deep this topic goes with me because of my experiences with a lot of fighters. I would hear fighters come up to me and you see them change. You see fighters change when they start fighting at the local, especially at Rosecroft.
Mm-hmm.
This is years back. You see fighters start to change a bit because some of it is remember what we was talking about with Damon about, man, everybody want to brag that they man can fight, but they ain't gonna be there when they man hurting.
Mm-hmm.
His hands can't open up a bottle and his hands hurt. And he'll do that for him with things like that. I remember I told one dude, and I put it on blast. Man, I really do care. I really, really do care. I bet you do. It's easy to care when he making 1.2 million a fight. It's easy to care. It's easy to care when he got these other endeavors outside of there. It's easy to care. But I bet you wasn't caring as much. You was nowhere to be found when he fighting for $700, $900, $1,000. You was nowhere around.
For real.
Nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the friends too, and the fighter, and letting that soaking that up.
Mm-hmm.
But also it's the era we in.
Mm-hmm. The right now era, instant era.
Instant. And
everything has to be right now.
Yeah, because the thing that got me, I never understood it. When I was growing up in the gym, people going up to my dad saying that I could go talk to your son. And he gonna listen. I could go show your son something and he gonna try his best to see if can incorporate it into his game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's what I'm supposed to do. And then I had to learn as I got older that, not everybody's gonna be like that. And I learned it the hard way, like watching friends that you care about, like, doing too much, man. Like, and now that disconnect is there. You're not as close anymore. You're not, you can't tell them like you were how me and you talk, that it's not there like that no more. So you can't really say much, and they making sure that the gravy train keep going so that you don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But those instances with those type of fights and fighters, I'll tell y'all a close story real quick. I'm starting to, me, another guy, shout out Epps, the boogeyman, Mahiri Epps. We're making a good name for ourselves, my dad's still taking us slow at the time, right? But we're making a good name for ourselves going gym to gym to gym. But he's still, you know, because he knows, because my father's really big on that gas tank about how you leave it all, you could leave it all in sparring, leave it all in them camps and never really show it. Right? So shout out Coach Chopper, Roland Moss, Big Roland, Little Roland. They were my first like assistant coaches.
Right.
So the barbershop was right across the street. So I just go over there and I'm, you know, dap up Roland. I'm talking to him like he giving me advice or whatever. Cause I'm at, you know me, I'll be asking everything. If I step over like this, what I asking everything? And my father didn't know. He thought I was over there playing around. And he said, "Hey man, we training or what?" So I run over there and Rose was like, "Oh no, you was just asking me about is he stepping too far out?" "Oh, all right, thanks, Roland." We go there. I was like, "Man, what you?" Man, I was just about to say, man, because you ain't for nobody. You ain't shit yet.
I mean, yeah, keep it
Man,
real.
you ain't shit nobody, motherfucker. You ain't shit. You ain't for nobody yet. Oh
keep
yeah,
it real with him, man.
Man, what? Man, y'all get that, y'all that meek and mild, man. Oh, how you doing, yo? What a shit. Like, man, you ain't fought nobody, man. You ain't, man. Once you do this, then maybe we'll say something.
That's what we missing too in this era too. Is not enough people that's gonna keep it real with you and give it to you straight. Like, bro, you fucking up right now. Like, I got some good men around me that be like, bro, you fucking up. Don't do that. You got too much to lose. Why you doing that?
Me being one of them.
Exactly. Why you over there doing that? You should be right here. You know what I'm saying? Focus on this. Put that down. You need people like that in your life that'll check you when you're wrong. Not a bunch of yes men like, yeah, bro, do that. Yeah, bro. And know damn well that shit wrong for you. Not gonna do you no justice in your life. And especially when we're dealing with professional athletes, where it's even more important to have people like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think we missing that, man. We missing, you know, I mean, we got old heads, but it's like now we get to age where we gotta be those dudes. You know what I'm saying? To the younger guys.
Not just that, but I remember back in the day, just like how they talk about it in football and basketball, how it used to be that one old veteran on the bench that they just kept them around, you know, to teach them. We had that in the gym, but it's not like that no more either in boxing. Like having that old pro that was there, or that old pro that just retired that's still in the gym, that is now gonna be a coach and things like that. But even though back then those fighters, they wouldn't just become coaches. They would act like they newborn babies all over again in the gym and be like just sitting there listening, learning how to be a coach, starting all over again instead of just jumping in to be coach, you know. But we're in an era now where, you know, I don't want to say Gabriel and them got it too early. Only reason why I agree with you 100%, but this is why I want to say, because it wasn't like they got it at 1-0. They got it when they were in double-digit wins, almost to 20 wins.
Right.
But that's also even worse, though, to your point, because they were just cracking the top 15 or whatever, but they hadn't fought that tough guy yet or whatever. Right. So it's always and it's a balance, because you want to, you know, this fight game is so unforgiving. You want to be able to have that you know, enjoy it now a little bit thing. Like, and I had friends that are like that. They want to enjoy it, especially when they come from nothing. Me, I'm that person that I'll enjoy it later. Let me focus on this now, you know, because I'm so worried that am I going to lose it or whatever. I'll overthink myself that way. But he got, you know, one thing that did catch my eye on Gable's page is how he kept every day was a post of him with the chain sitting at the table like he's this and that, whatever the bar. I knew that's what you were talking about. And everything was like walking in, the cameras away, but it was no post of him at the gym. Like just him putting on his boxing boots. Like you ain't got to show yourself shadow boxing. You ain't got to show yourself sparring, but just the side-by-side picture with the sparring partner at the end of it all, or in the beginning. That video clip of just walking in or putting on your boxing boots. They take a picture as you putting on your body, then you post that. You know, something like that.
That's what it is too. We in the show me era. Like, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I gotta show you everything I'm doing era, right?
Everything.
And Dion was talking to his team at Jackson State. He was like, don't pretend to work hard. Just work hard. Don't act like you are. Don't come out here and act like you working. Just work. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's kind of the same thing with, you don't gotta get on Instagram and post you getting your hands wrapped. Don't show me you working, just work. You ain't got to tell me that you in the gym. Just go to the gym.
And then
know what I'm
also
saying?
what Bing is saying, there's that line, because with that line now, there's that, like, okay, you show me that you still, these guys got photographers now.
Everybody got photographers. Everybody got a little series coming out.
Yeah, they got a photographer. So some of that stuff, they give them access to their account, so they posting it for them sometimes. Sometimes, you know, and when it's something like hand wraps or something, you know, you're not thinking of it as a big deal, but then it could still, the outer look of it or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, bro, you know how much y'all had to talk to me about, man, you need to post more. You need to post more. You need to, everybody telling you need to post more, whatever. Man, some people were like, oh my God, we saw a clip of you in the gym. I said, that ain't my phone. That's Doomy phone. That's Drew Father phone. That ain't my phone at the time. You know, so
For real.
it's because they don't allow it. You don't like, that's why people, why isn't it more sparring footage or whatever? Talk to him. Because like a lot of them old coaches, they don't like phones in the gym.
It was rare to see old sparring footage. It was rare, but nowadays you see it every week.
Day.
Every day is somebody's video, somebody sparring.
Somebody sparring. Yeah, I got the best of this guy. Yeah, I'm like,
and
bro.
I could have sworn I was always told, you don't talk about sparring. You don't talk about what goes down in the gym. That's like me being at football practice and you get me in one-on-ones. Like, what you telling everybody? This is practice. This is we practicing. We trying to get better.
With my weaknesses,
right? Like, but you ain't talking about the times when I got you. You couldn't get off the line in one-on-ones. What about that? You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm relating it to boxing, because I know in sparring is different situations. Like maybe he had just sparred like with 3 rounds with this guy, and now he going 3 rounds with this guy. But that guy got the best of him, and now he in here, he tired with you. So it ain't like it was like 2 guys coming in fresh to spar. It's different situations. So like that's why these sparring clips and stuff, it's kind of goofy to me. Like I don't want to see you sparring. I really don't even want to see you hitting a speed bag or a heavy bag. To be honest, I want to see the proof that's in the pudding when you get in the ring. That's what's gonna let me know. Because then when I see all these clips, it's like, and you go in the ring and give a performance like who we talking about. What was you really doing this whole time? And what was you doing it for? What was the purpose behind all that?
I'm. This is a touchy subject, man. It goes so deep, you know, about that type of stuff, man.
It really do.
It really do, because you like, man, these dudes ain't. They a champ before they get the belt. You know, they a champ before they even get the belt, man. Like, you know, and then it hurts when this type of stuff happens, because you see their potential, like, God, man.
Right.
But then you could also look in between and see the arrogance of it all. And then you think of the permanent damage that is gonna do to them for future fights. And then it's layered so much with this type of stuff, man.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about this for the rest of the day, all the way to next week until the holidays, man. So I think we should save it for.
Oh yeah, because it's, you know, these guys are young, so it's gonna be plenty of more to watch.
And I want to make a point here, because we don't never get on here to talk down and belittle any fighter.
Shoot,
this is all about uplifting fighters. But as media, we don't talk about certain topics and give our true feelings, how we really feel about it. We're not gonna sugarcoat nothing and clickbait. We don't clickbait here. So speaking about Gabe Flores and Josue, we're not downing these guys. This is just how we feel about the topics.
Yeah, it's bad boys,
right. They
man.
bad boys. It ain't nothing personal. It ain't nothing personal. And I know me personally, I wish them nothing but the best. I hope they can recover, and I want them to do better in their careers and go get those belts and go get those straps and keep putting on these memorable performances for us, for the fans, because that's what I am. I'm a boxing fan. I love to see these guys give it all in the ring. We just want to see more. Just want to see y'all do better. That's all it is. Ain't nothing personal. We ain't out here beating down and breaking down no fighter. That's not what we're here for. It's always uplifting and encouraging y'all to be the best that y'all can be.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say it no better than BINK said, but, you know, you got guys that are sensitive, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be hard to be criticized, but, you know, I think,
don't know why.
I think
Why?
I mean, maybe for you and for me personally, I like criticism. Tell me what I'm doing wrong so I can get better. But Stephen A was speaking about it. He was talking about how Kevin Durant was tweeting at him, and he was like, it's my job. They're paying me to come on here and talk about the sport that you play. You know what I'm saying? And everything that you're doing is in the public. He said, I got love for that, brother. But when you out here doing this and doing that, it's my job to speak about it. And when we're criticizing you, like, that's my job. That's what I'm here for.
But there is a line with that real quick before we go. Stephen A did play basketball at some high levels.
Right.
But the thing about it is there's that line of you got the people who, like, what do I always say on here? People gave us instant credibility because a lot of these guys know me all my, my life, watching, growing up in the game or whatever, and then to see me in the ring and do the work and all that stuff. So there's a certain respect that I have and I give. But the thing is that some guys, man, some guys overstep it. Like, remember, I always say all the time like you hear me say all the time, the guys talking the most stuff on these podcasts ain't never felt no 3 minutes in their life. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. So I always come in with everything I say off of that. But the biggest thing is I never had no problem. It's real sissified out here now, and people will tell you, oh yeah, hard work be in Junior ass. Like he
right.
So all he gotta do is give Junior a look, and he know, like, man, I gotta do this or I gotta do this or that. So me growing up that way, whether it was harsh or constructive, depending on each day or whatever situation, that it don't bother me most of the time when some people say I could literally look at somebody and know that they full of shit. I could literally look at somebody and know, like, oh, nah, you really just came off stupid and disrespecting me. So now, because of me, how I grew up with my dad and know, like, how harsh he was, like, man, like I was talking about, man, you ain't for, man, make your ass, all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then other times when it's not that serious, hey, man, when you sit there, I'm telling you, man, you need to walk. You doing the same move. You cannot do that same move, man. Whatever. Different degrees of it. And because of those different degrees, whether it was different people in my family, my mother or my father, that was no problem for me to take it. But these guys these days will start to supersede in, the money and all this other stuff that they get, and they think that they can't hear anything. And that goes back into, it's because, like I say, it's so many layers to it. Oh, is that why that whole Sway and them didn't change or take a knee? So it's it's a lot to unpack with this, man.
That's really
why I gotta go
man.
to a different time.
It really is, man. We're gonna have to touch back up on this again, man. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. This is the Slipping Counter Podcast. If you guys like what you saw, make sure you guys go to the channel and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram at Slipping Counter, Twitter, TikTok, and run up these numbers, man. We're gonna keep pumping out this good content for y'all. This good boxing talk.
Follow me on Twitter.
Follow him on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
I ain't been on there in a minute.
Yeah,
just go Junior the Golden Boy. All of them is Junior the Golden Boy.
I think I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at BINK Boxing's Podcast. I think I ain't been on there in so long. But yeah, man. But for sure, follow Slipping Counter, and we're gonna be right back at you guys again soon. Take it easy.